Coming to you from the beautiful University of South Florida campus in Tampa, it's USF Housing Live!
Welcome, everyone. This is the 6th episode of USF Housing Live, Season 6. I'm your host, Julia O'Hara with USF Housing and Residential Education. This evening, I'm coming to you live from my home as our team continues to practice social distancing. Housing and Residential Education is here to answer your questions as you prepare for your USF experience. If you're joining us live, type your questions in the comments and we will answer you on the show. Tonight's episode is all about dining on campus at USF. This evening, we'll be speaking with a representative from USF Dining, followed by a registered dietitian with Student Health Services. Our first guest this evening is the Director of Marketing with USF Dining, Jessica Cicalese. Hi, Jessica. How are you this evening?
Hi there. Thank you for having me.
Well, thanks for joining us and spending your evening on Housing Live. It's great to have you back.
Thank you. I know I look forward to it every year.
I know it looks a little bit different this year, but we're still making it work. So we're happy to have you.
Thank you.
So are you ready to jump into some questions?
Absolutely.
Great. So let's just start off by telling those that are watching what your role is at USF.
Yeah, so my name is Jessica Cicalese. I'm the Marketing Director with USF Dining Services. From everything from dining, programming, events, outreach, to meal plans, you name it with dining, I'm the go-to. So I'm happy to be here to answer any of your questions.
And we're happy that you're here, the dining expert, have the right person on the show. So let's just start off by talking about the different dining options that are available to students on campus.
Yeah, so we offer over 30 dining locations. There's something for everybody. There's a huge variety from all you care to eat dining facilities to retail locations like Panera Bread, Starbucks, Chick-fil-A, BurgerFi, you name it. We have something for everybody.
Wonderful. And we already have some questions from the audience coming in. Love to see that. So we have Yaylin is asking if they want to change their meal plan, specifically make it less meal plans that they've purchased. How would they do that?
Yeah, so with everything going on, it's going to look a little bit different this year. Typically, we would have students come in and make that change during the first week of classes, and that's still going to occur, but it is going to occur online. So we are in the process of putting our terms and conditions on our website. Should be up actually tomorrow to explain that process. But from the first day of classes through that Friday, which is the 28th, you can submit a form on our website and just submitting your cancellation or downgrade or if you whatever change you want to make, and you'll select an appointment time and actually have a conversation with a dining team member over the phone, and we will accommodate you the best we can.
Perfect. So let's talk about meal plans and how they work. How do meal plans work, and are they required for everybody?
So a meal plan consists of two components. There is a meal swipe component and a dining dollar component. Your meal swipes will be, your whole meal plan. Once you select it, say you order it online, there's no payment for it. You just select it and you pay at a later date. It's uploaded onto your USF ID card, and we call them meal swipes because you swipe into our dining halls. And you would use them at the 3 dining halls on the Tampa campus and the Reef at the St. Pete campus because you can use meal plans on both campuses. And then also you have one swipe a day for Argos Exchange, and we have 24-hour dining there. So if you want a late night snack or a bite to eat, you can use that all through the night. Meal plans are required if you live on campus in your first year. You do have to sign up for one of our top 3 meal plans, the Open Access Meal Plan NE15 and the Bull Block 175. If you are a commuter to USF, you can select any of our 5 meal plans, and that includes, 6 actually this year. We have a Bull Block 60 and a Bull Block 32, and then we also have a home chef meal plan option. So if you want to learn how to cook at home, you can select that as well.
Awesome. So you mentioned something, I didn't have this question written down, but it's something that I just thought of. can a student that is on the Tampa campus use their meal swipes over on the St. Pete campus if they're there for any reason? Are they interchangeable in that way? Cool.
They are. They're portable, so you can use them at both campuses.
Wonderful. That's good. So we have a question from Philip that just came in. I was going to get to this later, but Philip beat me to it. Philip's asking, what's the plan for social distancing for the dining halls for students?
Absolutely. Great question. We are working diligently with the university, and we remain aligned with our university partners to make sure that we are executing safety precautions and meeting CDC guidelines, and that social distancing is definitely a part of that. We will be making sure everything is properly labeled, and we are reconfiguring our seating within the dining location so that we meet those guidelines. And also our staff and our cashiers will be wearing facial coverings, and we will be installing plexiglass, and so that that is a barrier between the student or faculty and staff with our cashier or staff member.
Great, thank you. So you talked a little bit about this, but can you go into some more detail about what the difference is between a meal swipe and a dining dollar, and when you can use either one?
Yeah, so once your meal plan is uploaded onto your USF ID, it is activated, and you can begin using your meal swipes right away at our dining halls on campus. And then our dining dollars, those will be used at any location. So they can also be used in the dining halls, but then at your Starbucks, your Chick-fil-A, and your dining dollars are considered like cash, but at a discounted rate and only used for food.
Okay, great. So you mentioned something that was like a home chef type of option. This might be what the answer is to this next question. What are the options for students living off campus? So you said that it is required for a student to choose a meal plan if they are first year student. So maybe if they're commuting, or what does it look like for those options for students that aren't physically living on campus?
Absolutely. So we have a commuter plan that we call it, which is our Bull Block 60 plan, and our Bull Block 32. And then we also, it's called Bull Block 32 with Home Chef, and that is the hybrid meal plan. So you get $120 to Home Chef on top of your commuter plan. So it kind of gives you that, if you want to eat on campus when you're there, you have that option, but then you also have that option to learn, how to cook at your home or your apartment.
Great. So we have a question from Stephanie. Stephanie was accepted as a graduate student. Congratulations, Stephanie. And if she opts out of getting a meal plan, can she use Bull Bucks to still eat on campus?
She can. We do accept Bull Bucks in our dining locations. We always recommend dining dollars because you get a little bit more of a discounted rate within our dining locations, but we do accept Bull Bucks.
Great. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's see. And a great question from Brenda. They're rolling in. Love that. Keep them coming, guys. Brenda's asking, if move-in is going to start earlier than August 20th, will dining halls be open for those that move in earlier than that date?
Absolutely. And that's something that we are still talking and in the works with our housing partners. But we plan to have our dining halls open for early arrival students, and we will make sure we communicate that on our website and social media so our hours of operation and what's available.
Perfect. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So the next question I have here, what options exist for students with special dietary restrictions?
It's a great question. So we do have two registered dietitians on our staff. So we definitely recommend you take a look on our website under health and wellness, and there'll be a link that you can click on. It says on-campus resources. You can fill out a dietary request form or food allergy form, and that gets submitted right to our registered dietitians to review, and then they personally will reach out to you if you have specific dietary restrictions or needs that you think it will interfere with the meal plan. We definitely want to work with you and help you navigate, with your meal plan through our locations. We do also have a station called True Balance located in our busiest dining hall, the Hub, that is free of the top 7 allergies most common in America. So it is a little bit of a safety net for students that do have those common allergies. It's one of our most popular stations as well. And we also offer everything from gluten-free to vegan, vegetarian, halal products within all of our locations. So we really do our best to try to really accommodate everyone and everyone's diet.
Perfect. So we're getting a couple of questions from audience members that are asking the difference between dining dollars and bull bucks specifically. So we went over that a little bit, but could you go over that in a little bit more detail about what the difference is between the two of them and who can buy what?
Yeah, absolutely. So bull bucks, you can use for laundry, for vending, at the bookstore, for printing. You can use bull bucks across campus for really anything, and also at our dining locations too. Dining dollars, typically they come with the meal plan, but also if you do select you are a commuter or not a first year student living on campus and you want a dining dollar only plan, we recommend it just because it does give you a little bit of an extra discount. You get anything from up to $2 off per lunch. So say you're coming in for lunch, you get $2 off instead of just utilizing the door rate. But with Bull Bucks, we do offer a discount as well. So I always just recommend if students are looking for a budget for food, dining dollars are a safer bet, and you can use your Bull Bucks for other amenities across campus.
Perfect. So Philip is asking more about the dining dollars and meal swipes. Are they accessible on student ID cards or do they come on separate cards? Where are they put?
Great question. So they're uploaded right onto your USF ID card. That's going to be how you use your meal plan.
Great, perfect. We have a question from Maureen regarding food quality and specific measures that are in place. Are there any that will continue towards the improvement of the food quality on campus?
We absolutely are, aligned with improving food quality any way that we can. But we take feedback very seriously. And if there's something that a student is unhappy with, we definitely want them to reach out to us so we can definitely make it right for the student. We have great feedback channels. Again, on our website, if you go and we have a contact us tab, there is a list of all the contacts for dining. I am on there. Our director of operations is on there. You can reach out directly right to us and let us know what you would like to see. If there's a meal that maybe didn't meet your standards, we definitely want to make it right for you. So definitely reach out to us and let us know what you would like to see in our locations.
Perfect. Thank you for that. So let's jump back into meal plans. How does a student sign up for their meal plan?
Great question. So you can sign up through orientation online or on the housing application or on our website, which is usfdining.com. And you click on meal plans and then fall 2020, and you will select your meal plan of choice there. You do not have to put any money down at that time. You're just ordering it. And then you have until August 28th, which is that 5th day of class, to submit your payment on OASIS.
Perfect. Thank you. Mm-hmm. So I know that you mentioned that they're still developing plans, obviously, as the situation with COVID-19 remains fluid and continues to change. I'm going to throw this question out there to see if you have any specifics, though. Margie is asking if there's going to be a limit on the amount of people allowed to eat in the dining halls. And if so, would that limit the capabilities of students being able to access food when they need to?
That's a great question, and it's something that is still in the works, but we are looking at demand from prior year to see the levels and of the population in our busiest locations, such as the Hub, which is one of our busiest dining halls on campus. So we are seeing those peak times where we see a lot of traffic, and that is when we might need to make sure either we flex with our seating. We are going to be using counters. So to answer your question, yes, we will make sure that we are only allowing what we can allow into the spaces to meet CDC guidelines. But more to come on that and how that's going to be executed. So stay tuned to our website and social media so we can really send out those details that you're looking for.
Perfect. Thank you. All right. So we talked about how someone signs up for their meal plan. So can a student use their financial aid to pay for a meal plan? And if so, how do they go about doing that?
Yes, they are allowed to pay, use their financial aid. It works on Oasis. You know, you go on and you would pay for your tuition, your housing, your books, and if you do have, leftover financial aid or scholarship money, you can apply that towards the meal plan as well.
Great. And Christy is asking, how can you confirm if your student is on the unlimited plan? So an even broader question would be, how can someone go and check to see what plan they have chosen and if they have?
That's a great question. We have been getting a lot of emails about that, and that's a great way to check. Typically, students would check at orientation, and they would come up to us and ask us right there in person. But if you can just send an email to dining@usf.edu, we'll be able to check your status and your meal plan status and let you know what you're signed up for.
Perfect. And so by when does a student have to pay for their meal plan?
Yeah, so technically it's by the 5th day of classes. So August 28th, it's a Friday. During that first week, payment is due on Oasis. However, if you're using financial aid or scholarship money, you have until October 9th. So you do have that extended period of time. But if you do need time to pay for your plan, we do offer payment plans. So please reach out to our office and we can work with you individually.
Perfect. So where can students and family members find more information on all the different dining locations that are on campus?
Yeah, so we have a great resource, which is our website. It's usfdining.com. Once you get to our website, you can click on which campus you're looking for, Tampa or St. Petersburg. And once you click on the campus, all the locations pop up. And you can click on the individual locations and check hours of operation, menus, and nutrition information too.
Perfect. So we have another question from Garfield asking, will dining halls still be buffet form? I know you did talk about how things still are in the works of how the whole process is going to look. Do you know if they will be buffet form? And if so, what type of protections will be set in place?
Starting in the fall, we will be eliminating buffet form. There won't be self-serve buffets, so we will be having more, service provided to the students instead of them serving themselves. But again, more in the works. But we can say that much that we will not be doing buffet.
Okay. And Kim is asking, how do I change my meal plan? I know we talked about that earlier, but if you want to reiterate how to do that.
Yeah, absolutely. So it looks different this fall. Typically, a student would come to our meal plan office during the first week of class to downgrade, or if they can cancel, or you can upgrade at any time. So if you want to upgrade, just let us know via email. Send us an email, and we can do that for you. But the first week of class, you will go on to our website, and there will be a form that you fill out to submit any changes that you're looking for, and you will be contacted from one of our dining team members for a 5-minute phone call, and we will see how we can accommodate your request.
Perfect. And you said that you can upgrade at any point. Suzanne's asking if you can downgrade to a different meal plan after the semester already starts.
You have the first week of class. So during that first week of class, so it's August 24th to 28th, I believe. That's when you can submit to downgrade or to cancel if you wish to cancel your plan.
Okay, perfect. And I know our offices are in the works of developing this plan. If there's anything that can be released at this point, let me know. Margie's asking if someone in a residence hall is sick and needs to access food. Do we have a plan set in place? I know on our end, we can say that we're working on potentially a delivery option that will be made available, but I'm not sure if anything on your end is finalized.
Yeah, so it is in the works with you all with housing, and we are looking at isolation feeding. And then also, if someone is just maybe not feeling well and they don't want to risk going out, we do offer mobile ordering through Grubhub. So we really are going to be emphasizing that, and you can get delivery at 8 of our locations as well. But we do stress the importance of using our mobile ordering. You can use your meal plan on that, specifically dining dollars. So, if you are not feeling it, I would suggest, using Grubhub. But we are in the works and more to follow on isolation feeding.
Absolutely. So Antoinette is asking if there's a meal plan with just dining dollars to be used.
There are. We do offer dining dollar only plans. If you are a first year student living on campus, those would not be available. But if you are commuting or you are a upperclassman, then yes, you can definitely take a look. Those are available on our website as well under dining dollars.
Wonderful. So we've gotten through a lot of questions from the audience. So this is great. Thank you everyone for your participation. And thank you, Jessica, for getting through them with me. The last question I have for you, unless we get any last minute questions from the audience, how can a student or family member contact someone on your team? I know you did mention the email address several times, but if you just want to reiterate that for those watching, how they can send in any questions that they may have.
Absolutely. Great question. We do have on our website, it's the Contact Us tab, and we have all of our contacts on there, including myself. We have our director of operations, our executive chef, our registered dietitian, and our human resources manager as well, if you're looking for an on-campus job. But we also have a great platform called Be Heard, and it's a survey that you can take right on your phone. And we are doing QR codes now, moving into the fall, so you can just scan it and go, where you can reach out to us with any feedback that you have, or if you really need to get in contact with somebody, that's a great way as well. And then within all of our locations, there are, right when you walk in, there's the manager on duty poster with whoever is on duty and with their email and phone number as well. So those are just some ways to get in touch with us. I think the quickest way would be to navigate towards our website and click on the Contact Us tab.
Perfect. Thank you so much for all of that valuable information, Jessica, and spending your evening answering all of our questions. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. It was my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Have a great night. Thank you again.
You too.
All right. Thanks again for Jessica for taking the time to speak with us this evening. It's time for us to take a short break, but don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with more USF Housing Live right after this.
Add a little bit of sugar.
And 1 egg.
Here you go.
Thank you. One of the best places to eat on campus is in your residence hall. Cooking and sharing food is a great way to build community with friends and hallmates. Plus, you can alleviate homesickness by cooking up your favorite home recipes.
With a fully equipped kitchen in every residence hall, there's no end to the dishes that you can create.
I wish I could join a cooking class. There's so many foods that I love to learn to make.
Here, follow me. I'll show you. We're here at Argos Exchange. This is the place to be for fresh takes on healthy foods. With rotating flip menus, this fast, casual concept always has something new. They even have cooking demonstrations so you can learn how to make delicious recipes in your residence hall.
Don't forget about Bay Coffee and Tea Company. I love stopping by to get a muffin and espresso right before class. It's even open 24 hours.
Hey, have you been to the new Starbucks in the village? Let's go check it out.
This is an awesome study spot.
Yeah, the Starbucks is really great. There's a walk-up window where you can order drinks to go if you're in a hurry to get to class. If you've got more time, you can relax inside while you grab a sandwich or a salad for lunch.
But you know what else you can get nearby?
What?
Burgers.
We're here at BurgerFi, where it's the best place to get a burger on campus.
Vegetarian or vegan, BurgerFi has got you covered. Try a VeggieFi or Beyond Burger to satisfy your meatless burger cravings.
And the fries and custard are delicious.
I agree. But what about the student who's looking for an endless dining option on campus?
We have that too. Let's go check out the Hub.
The Hub is one of our newest all-you-care-to-eat dining facilities on campus.
Just swipe in with your meal plan and enjoy endless dining options that cater to a variety of dietary needs.
I hear they even have sushi.
They do. Choose from concepts such as Grill House, True Balance, and Vegan Stir Fry. There's something for everyone.
It's almost time to sign off, but I think there's one more thing we need to show our viewers.
After a long day of classes, sometimes it's best to just take it slow and enjoy the beautiful Florida weather. We're here at the Village, where it's the best place to have a picnic.
You can grab some fruits and cheeses from the on-campus Publix and relax and watch the sunset. It's a great way to unwind with your friends so you feel refreshed for the next day.
Speaking of unwind, I think it's time to go. But without further ado, it's time for
USF Housing Live.
Welcome back. I'm Julia O'Hara, and if you're just now joining us, this is USF Housing Live, and we're here to help you to prepare to live Fool's Life at USF. Ask us your questions in the comments, and we'll answer you live on the show. Our second guest this evening is a registered dietitian with Student Health Services, Stacey Struhar. Welcome, Stacey. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. Glad to be here.
Thanks for joining us. Are you ready to jump into some questions? We already have one from the audience regarding your role.
Oh, okay, great.
Cool. So Kim kind of is setting us up perfectly. Thank you, Kim, for what we're going to talk about this evening. Can a student meet with a dietitian for specific needs? So how about you introduce yourself and tell us what you do with USF and answer that question a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a registered dietitian and I work at Student Health. There I provide nutrition counseling and nutrition education for students, and it's completely based on what the student needs. It's personalized to what they're interested in knowing and what their goals are. So it can be for things like just wanting to learn about healthy eating. It can be about weight management, eating disorders, health concerns such as high cholesterol, diabetes. So really it's anything nutrition related that the student is interested in learning about.
Perfect. And what nutritional resources are available to students on campus?
Sure. So like I just said, we are available on campus. Myself, a registered dietitian, and also there's an additional dietitian at Student Health. We also have the food pantry, which is another part of my role that I help oversee our food pantry called Feedable, which is available to students who are struggling with food insecurity. And students are able to use that food pantry up to once weekly, and that is available at the Student Services building. And then another resource is that Aramark also has a registered dietitian for students if they need nutrition needs related to the dining facilities. And then we also have some online resources, which can be especially helpful. The Center for Student Wellbeing, SWELL, they have on their website recipes and also general nutrition information. And additionally, BeWellUSF.com is a blog for wellness and also has nutrition blogs on there as well.
Perfect. Thank you. So what tips do you specifically have for eating healthy on a budget in college?
Yes, it can definitely be a struggle, and a lot of students feel like it's too expensive to eat healthy. But really, there's a few tips that I can share that can help with kind of overcoming that misconception. So the main thing is we want to make sure that students are eating foods from all the different food groups. So we have fruits, vegetables, grains, protein, and dairy. Now, when it comes to fruits and vegetables, fresh produce can be expensive, especially when it's out of season. So focusing on getting fruits and vegetables that are in season, those are the ones that are typically on sale at the grocery store. They'll be fresher, but also less expensive. And then if students want to eat other fruits and vegetables that aren't in season, they can choose frozen and canned. So really all those different forms do count towards their fruits and vegetables for the day. And then when it comes to protein, trying to buy fresh proteins like fresh meats in bulk can help, and then freezing the extras. And if they don't have that option, shelf-stable items such as peanut butter is very cost-friendly. And additionally, things like canned beans are shelf-stable, but also a good source of protein, low cost, and also a great source of fiber. And when it comes to the grains group, really focusing on whole grains is what's important to make sure students are getting enough fiber. That's important for heart health and digestive health. And the great thing about most grains is they are inexpensive. So choosing things like a whole grain cereal, flip over the label, check out the first ingredient. And if it's whole grain something, then that's a great choice for the morning. And typically your dairy group foods like low fat or fat-free milk are a low cost item as well. So something as simple as cereal and milk can be a great way to start the day and low cost. Yes.
Yes, there you go. Thank you. So we have a question from Allison, and I know you did say that USF Dining does have a dietitian to meet specifically about the dining options and the
Yes.
dietary needs there. I'm wondering if you can speak on this though. Can you help with advice on being vegan and eating in the dining hall? Are you aware of any options or what the options are for eating on campus?
Yes, I have some information about it just because some of my patients are, first year students or they're students that are using the dining hall, and quite a few are vegan as well. And from what I understand, when you're in the dining hall, they do have little pictures to indicate if a item is either vegan or if the item is, say if it's a allergen friendly type of uh, item. So they should have some sort of, I believe, a little picture on the sign for the item. And then that would be a great thing to meet with the registered dietitian through Airmark, perhaps early on in the semester, to meet with them and say, hey, what are my vegan options? What are places that I can go to? Which dining halls have which options? Because at the different places, I know have different options. So I would definitely recommend reaching out to the Aramark dietitian for more information about that.
Perfect. Thank you for that. And what are some common nutritional challenges students face when they arrive to college? And what advice do you have to overcome those challenges?
Sure. Yeah, some of the challenges can be related to skipping meals. It's difficult when you have that change in schedule, not only just from transitioning from maybe being at home to on campus, but then also having a changing school schedule every semester. It's difficult for students to adjust and make sure that they're keeping healthy eating or just eating generally as a priority. So sometimes students will struggle with skipping meals. Especially a big meal that's often skipped is breakfast. And that makes it difficult because I'll see students who will be struggling with having enough energy to get throughout the day, but come to find out the only meal that they're eating each day is at dinner. So it is important to focus on making sure that they're at least getting that first meal of the day, even if it's just a granola bar or a piece of fruit. But that would be definitely a challenge. And they'll start to notice if they can get back to eating those consistent meals throughout the day that they'll have higher energy and they'll be able to focus better for their classes.
Absolutely. Thank you. And you mentioned Feedable and that you're overseeing that now. Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is and if students want to take advantage of that resource or maybe even volunteer to help, how they can find a way to do that?
Sure, yes. Feedable is a food pantry located at Student Services. It was started in 2015 as a partnership with Feeding Tampa Bay by our registered dietitian at Student Health, Katie Webster. So she started that, and it's available for students who are struggling with getting enough food to eat. Food insecurity can definitely be a challenge for students, and it's been much more of a challenge over the last few months. So it's been very helpful to have that option there for students to come up to once a week. They can, in the past, they would come into the pantry to shop for items, but now we're providing either pre-made bags or they can put in an order form online and come pick up those items when the pantry is open. And it is available for any student who is currently enrolled in classes.
Perfect. And how do you make an appointment with a dietitian? This is a question from Kim.
Yeah, sure. So this is done by calling Student Health Services, which is the building that we work out of. The number is 813-974-2331, but that information can also be found at the Student Health Services website through USF's website. So more information about how to schedule is on there. But students will simply just call and ask for an appointment with the dietitian. And right now, we're currently seeing students through telehealth. Come fall, we may be able to have some in-person meetings, but we'll also definitely be having the telehealth option.
Perfect. And I know you did say that you have a little bit of knowledge about the options on campus. And if this person wants to find out a little bit more, I'm sure they can reach out directly to dining. But do you know if they offer a variety of vegan meal options or if it's one in each hall? Do you have any idea on that, or should they contact dining directly for that information?
I would contact dining directly.
Okay.
I would hate to misspeak about that because most of my information that I know about the dining halls is through my patients that come to see me. So that would be a really good question for dining.
Perfect. Okay. And then if students want to get in touch with your office, particularly, or family members, how would they go about doing that?
Oh, for student health services, they would just contact that number that was that I mentioned. And I'll say it again just so people can maybe write it down. It's 813-974-2331. But they'll call the call center, the same call center that they would contact to schedule with the physician. And they would just ask to schedule with the dietitian.
Okay, perfect. Well, those are all the questions that I had prepared for you. And we got through some great questions from the audience. So thank you so much, Stacey, for spending the time with us this evening.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Have a good night. All right. So I am seeing a lot of questions about the move-in experience from audience members. So tonight I'm just going to touch on that a little bit. We really appreciate your patience as we get through all of the details planning. Obviously, with COVID-19, it's a very fluid situation for us to be planning a socially distant experience during move-in. But what we can tell you right now is that it is going to be a longer process, not just one grand opening day. So we're looking at dates between the 16th and the 23rd that you would be able to go sign up ahead of time for either a morning or afternoon time slot. And that information we're anticipating getting out by the end of the week. And we do appreciate your patience as we work through all of those details. That information, when we do have it posted, will be posted on our website and also emailed to each student that's coming in for their USF experience. So keep an eye out on your USF email, keep an eye out on our website, and we'll be posting it on social media as well. But what we do know to tell you right now is that it's going to be a multi-day approach, and you'll be able to sign up for a morning or afternoon time slot. And we do anticipate those time slots being available to pick by mid-July so that you can go ahead and get your travel arrangements all prepared for that. So before we do go to this afternoon or this evening, I would also like to encourage you, if you have any further questions, to email us at housing@usf.edu. I also like to invite our viewers for our next episode of Housing Live on Wednesday, July 15th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll be speaking with experts from the USF Counseling Center and USF Student Health Services about student health on campus. You can watch on our Facebook or YouTube page, the USF Class of 2024 Facebook group, or the USF Parent and Family Engagement Facebook page. USF Housing Live is produced by Housing and Residential Education at the University of South Florida in Tampa. Our motto is best place to live, best place to work, and best place to learn. Thank you to tonight's guests, Jessica Cicalese and Stacey Struhar, for joining me this evening. Thank you to our production crew, to you, our viewers, and of course, there's always just one last thing. Go Bulls. Good night, everyone.